Just gonna be getting up to a little bit more art today. Nothing too exciting going on, but I've been jonesing to get a bit more drawing in, so I'm excited for this. Garrett, if that is you in the chat, how's your day going? Oh, my poor sick throat does not feel great. Alright, point of order. Let's move chat to a more visible location. And yeah, there we go. Recent files. Oh, geez, okay. I was digging through a lot of old art last night, and my recent files is now no longer showing the actual recent things I've been working on, which is unhelpful. Going good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, Been a little under the weather for the past few days, but it's beginning to feel like it's wearing off, so... Oh, thank you, Garrett! I appreciate that! I'm still working on getting some rewards together for actual subscribers, but the support means a lot. Also, just to check, how loud are the notifications on that? Because they're kind of blasting my eardrums, and I took a little look before stream to try and figure out, like, if there was a way that I could lower the volume, and I did not immediately find one. But I am a little concerned if that's as loud for you all as it is for me. They're a little louder than you, but not too much. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear that. Okay. And see, you know what? While we're hanging out here at the very start, I'm going to try and update that goal, because it's got... In the Twitch backend, it's telling me that the title is just a generic follower goal title, and then I see it there and it's like Twitch affiliate countdown, which is not happening anymore. I got that yesterday. Come on, where do I set creator manage goals? Okay, wait, it also didn't save. I changed the color last time I did it too. Update goal. Dang it. Come on. Alright, I'm gonna need to, like, wrestle with this at some point. 'Cause it is not letting me change this in the back end, which is fine. Except that's the only place that I'm able to change it, and I don't know why it won't change. This is not that big of a deal, and I should probably just get drawing, but, it's bothering me. I wonder if I'm allowed to just, like, not a new scene, new element. Color source, that sounds useful. Oh god, that's the entire screen. Just gonna do it like, oh, like that. That's about a little darker than that. Okay, that's a pretty dark color, huh? Oh, it picks screen color. There we go. Boop. All right. Oh, damn it. Wrong button. I'm very good at this. You got any good projects to work on today, Garrett? Putting in a little more game design work or anything? I sure love how absolutely unscuffed this is. Just gonna... Which one was I using? I'm putting too much work into choosing a typeface. We'll just align it like that, and then maybe like that. I wish I could work on my game. I'm in New Orleans waiting for a flight back home. Oh man. How much longer until your flight? And how's New Orleans been? We were missing you in the game chat, or in the game group earlier this weekend. I checked in with the other Jameses, and well, they were mostly playing Deadlock and not very responsive. But we would have tried Baldur's Gate if you'd been around to game with us. Alright. This time we're gonna make some actual reasonable headway on this motherfucker. So I kinda like it. Like 4 hours until my flight, but the town is great and I've had a great time. Sorry for no Baldur's Gate. You're all good. I'm glad you're having fun over there. I'm just saying that we missed you was all. But I'm glad the town's been fun. I mean, it is New Orleans. I feel like that's a very, very fun place to be in general from literally every piece of media that has ever been said about it. Pardon, I'm still doing some sick coughs today, though. Guess I'm feeling better, but not that much better. Nope. What was that? Excited. I'm actually... You gotta go. Okay, have a good flight, man. Get home safe. Thanks for coming by and saying hi, and for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's see. I mean, this is like probably pointed very down, right? So do something like something like that is probably going to be about the right angles. Ugh. Hydration check, chat. Goodness, I gotta try not to make too many gross nose noises directly into the mic. Now, what is the shape that I've made this be? We're gonna do something better than that. Alright, I can go gemstone mode. Maybe that would... Oh. Yeah, I'm not really taking up any more or less space regardless. But I guess I am... I feel like I'm a little close to the center of the screen here. We're just gonna... maybe do that. Or maybe I just go more to the side. Yeah, okay, I like that. God, that is such a thick line. Okay, that looks a little more like it. works. Okay. Let's make the silhouette a little bit nicer, I think. Yeah, I like that. All right. You know what, maybe even... I'm getting way too in the weeds for this early on in a drawing. Pardon me, I keep getting pinged on Discord. Okay. Just fun things happening in the Pokemon Discord chats. Now, as I look at this, I'm feeling a little bit like the head is not either long enough or far enough forwards compared to the rest of his body. Maybe I should have sketched this out maybe I should have, I'm beginning to think I should have sketched this out digitally instead of relying perfectly on what I did in session. Come on. And graphite when I couldn't see as well. You know? Oh, I hope that wasn't too loud. Just adjusted the mic a little bit. Alright. If he's got an opening, like right there, that doesn't look awful. I think. If I move his head, I'm gonna have to adjust all those cables and stuff. Oh, I don't wanna, but it's worth it. Wait. Yeah, I can just... Let's scooch you. Yeah, I like that a bit more. Maybe a little back. Alright. Just gotta... That looks alright. Hey Dyer, welcome to the chat. Immediately... Oh my God. Well, it's good to see you. How are you doing today, buddy? That's better. Alright. I'm alright, got a busy week ahead of me. How are you? Yeah, I feel you on the busy week. Work is going to be a pain this week, but it'll be fine. I'll get through it. Pretty happy with how this weekend has gone in general, though, so I don't think it'll be too hard to push through. Oh! I need to fix the shape again. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm still a little... still feeling myself a little bit after the peak race yesterday. Thanks for showing up for that, by the way. I wasn't commenting, or I wasn't talking with chat as much since there was so much going on and all, but it was lovely having you there, and so much fun. And I'm feeling a little better. I woke up today without a sore throat for the first time in almost a week, I think, or at least several days, so I'm not doing too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. That's better, okay. With any luck, it'll just be a day or two now before I'm, like, fully good. I used to get... I think this is just like a sinus infection type thing. I used to get these all the time when I was younger. And... I mean, it's better than something, you know, that would have actually, like, laid me out on my ass, but I'm ready for this to be done already. I would like to leave this in my childhood, please. No. Alright. That's a bit better. To be honest, I didn't really know what was going on, but I still want to support you. I appreciate it. It was just a silly little peak race, but it was really fun. It was my first time collaborating with any other creators, so it felt... it was just such a blast. It was so exciting. And I mean, you know, I won, so that's like the important thing, right? No, my team also did really, really well all together. It was a good effort. I'm so happy with how that went. I hope I get to do another one of those sometime. It's got me, like, literally I've just been streaming for a week, but after that event, I'm like, ooh, could I organize my own one of these? Could I put together a fun, silly little thing like this? Because I would so badly want to be a part of some other collab like that. I literally watched the VOD back after, or late last night after the event, because I was like, wait, this is actually kind of entertaining, and it was fun seeing the other team's point of view as well. They were going through it. You did keep me nervous with you constantly jumping near the edge and going back down. Well, see, the nice thing about that game is the physics are actually pretty reliable once you get to be familiar enough with them. So I was pretty solidly not in terrible danger, but it was still a little fun making Marsh scream, and I assume some of the other viewers like you a little uncomfortable. Yeah, who do you think you'd want to try to collab with? Or do you think you'd want to try to collab with Rye if she likes the idea? Oh, that would be so much fun. It feels kind of weird because I'm always a little scared because like Rye's brand is... I don't want to say like very different from mine because like we're doing gaming variety content stuff, but it is also like she is a much bigger creator than I am, at least to my mental standards. So I'm like hesitant to invite her to anything that doesn't feel like it would be... I don't know. Maybe it's just the anxiety talking, but I'd want to get some like good experience in before I invite Rye to something, just because like I don't want to waste her time, you know? But I'd love to do like a, you know, little Streamers Among Us group or something, or maybe another peak race or two. There's a lot of good ways to collab. Oh, that's right, you go down here. And I've got a fair few other VTubers that I'd like to reach out to potentially. But it's also kind of the thing of like, I'm the smallest VTuber that I know because I've been going for a week. So I don't know how or when to reach out to a lot of other creators for the time being, because I'm just a little guy, you know? Still debating if I want to stream, but that would have to be a later thing for me in life, I think. I get that. There's all sorts of reasons that people go into streaming, so it's important to know what yours is or at least what you think yours is. Being open to change is good, but a lot of people like streaming, in my experience, just because they like chatting with other people and hanging out, and it's really good for that and very fun if you want to be casual about it. But also, I don't know, I put 16 months into my VTuber model and learning to rig it and everything, because I'm kind of hoping to, find some sort of success with this, and I don't know what that's going to look like, and I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much in advance, but it's, at least for me with my goal, not something I want to take too lightly, you know? And I think if you really want to do well, it's not something that you should treat flippantly. Even though there is something to be said for the energy of, just going for it. Yeah, it's the chatting, I guess, and maybe having others watch me and my friends panic and such. Well, hey, if the Peak stream taught me anything yesterday with Finn and all of his... I don't know if fans is the right word, because they were tormenting him relentlessly, but panic can be really fun to watch in a game. Come on. Yeah. But there's also something to be said for, being comfortable behind the camera and trying to entertain an audience. I've been having a lot of fun. I even thought of streaming not really me and woodworking, but stream me drafting, drawing, planning my next project, or a project I feel like sharing and having others' opinions. Oh, that sounds like it'd be fun. I don't see a lot of woodworker streams, although I know there's some of them out there. But that would probably pair really well with, social media updates on how the actual woodworking is going. I don't even know what it would be like to try and catalog that in a Twitch-friendly format, but just general social media posts would probably work. Maybe we nix that for now. It is fun having people come in and chat, though. Most of my chatters so far have been you and my IRL friends I've invited, but there's been one guy so far. It was, where were they? Comfort Lycanthropy, who I don't think is a person I knew before they popped in to say hi on streams. And it was so refreshing to have just to meet a new person. Who, like, well, I suppose you're also a new person that I've met through this, but I mean, like, you know, meeting a new person who saw what you were doing and was like, oh, I'm gonna go take a look over here. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of, like, Comic-Con and just running into random people, passing by very quickly, but sometimes having, like, wonderful little conversations along the way, because I thrive on that energy. It's so fun. Yeah, the main reason why I wouldn't stream my woodworking process per se is that, one, I don't want to have dangerous distractions, nor have others just come on my stream only to say, just, what you doing is wrong, that's not how you cut wood, or something. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the internet's got plenty of people with opinions, and if you don't want to hear them, then it's better not to be doing too much they can see, I guess. The internet's got so many of those opinions. Also, yeah, dangerous distractions. That's a really good reason, actually. I would not... Like, if I was capable of cutting my hand off while working on this drawing, I would probably be a lot more hesitant to do it in front of a live audience, you know? Yeah, I'd rather not be distracted too much, you know. 100% get it. 100% get it. Woodworking is a bit of a unique art form in that respect, I think. Like, I think the worst thing that happens here at my desk is, like, maybe I put out an eye if, like, I trip and fall on my pin at the worst possible angle. But that's like the stuff of horror movies. It's so outlandish of an idea. If there was a saw at this table, I'd be behaving differently. Do you want me to tell you what game won the... Oh, the indie game face-off. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I guess it is probably over by now, isn't it? I only saw the first one, Deliver Us the Moon, but that one looked really good. I would have voted for that one if I wasn't, you know, on my own schedule over here now. What was the victor? That's the one that won? Oh, hell yeah. All right. It was promising lore and mysteries and some really satisfying escape room looking puzzles and stuff. I was watching Rye play it and I was like, should I tune out? Because I kind of want to go play this on my stream. Nope, that's not an eraser. I voted for Chorus. That one also looked really interesting. When we were in Discord, my vote was for Bug Snacks, but that was just because I thought it might freak Rye out a little bit. Bugsnax is fun, but it is like sort of a distinct flavor of horror. I think that's a bit... Well, horror is maybe even the wrong word. It's just like... It's in a weird and funky little niche. 5 votes. I'm going to choose to assume that that's like a reasonable number of them and not a teeny tiny itty bitty little bit. What was Chorus like? I was kind of lurking, but a def had more action to it. Sounds entertaining. I mean, at least in the long run, we'll get to see all of them, right? I can do this smarter. That was so easy. Ugh. Partially, I have my mic in the way of... Oh, wait, Whoop. I'm really smart. I can just move the canvas, and then it's so much easier. Yeah, by the way, she's now going to be playing it more today in case you pop back to her. Awesome! No, maybe we'll rate her if we get a reasonable number of viewers here by the end of this. The shape I made this isn't working. It's really just much more of like a... Yeah, there we go. That works. Okay. Alright, now let's make some cables. Or maybe we should make the shapes they attach to first. Okay, thanks for the heads up. Okay. Going to make progress on this guy today. My main goal is that I really want to get to his legs if I can, because I've got like some ideas percolating on what a good shape for those would be, and I would like to get them done in advance of the actual session I'm going to be playing this guy in here in like 3.5 hours. No. Oh, you know what? This might actually have to flare out a bit more to make room for that. Okay. Thanks for the heads up, Dyer. I'll go poke around and take a little look at that. Oh, this is for the championship one. I've seen clips of the Stray God stream. We gotta go with that one. Also, hydration check, chat. Make sure you've had some water. Come on, buddy. Is it like... Come on. I don't know why this happens. Is it like a cable thing? Also, I didn't draw this flat enough. There we go. That looks better. Is that the shape I'm going for? Am I way too zoomed in on this? It doesn't look heavy enough. Okay, I can live with that. Don't forget to put a cooldown for hydration or else chat's gonna drown you. Look, I could stand to have better hydration when I am, I almost said behind the wheel, but I don't think that really works for a stream. When I'm streaming, though. Oh my god, are you getting doubled music audio? I just realized I had desktop audio and... Oh, dang it, I was just playing... Oh, I was just playing copyrighted music into the channel that actually properly saves to the VOD, so none of that might save. Damn it. Lesson learned. Can I just, like... Can I, like, remove desktop audio capture from this mode? No. It looks like maybe no. Yeah, that's a no. Okay. Well, hopefully the audio just got a little bit better. Oh yeah, you've probably got plenty of noise going on then. Okay, well... Hopefully any new viewers that come in will appreciate the audio not being horribly doubled up as well. Oh. I guess I ought to define the bounds of this torso before I continue. That, oh, excuse me. Oh, who's pinged me now? Okay, that's not important. I'm glad one of the names for stream I was entertaining is oh hell yeah, Stray Gods is so good. One of the names I was entertaining for stream was Sunday Art Time or Sunday Focus Time today, and I'm glad I didn't call it that, because that is not happening with me today. My brain is all over the place. almost. I'm also partially excited to have this guy because every time Art Fight rolls around, there's a lot of cool mecha artists out there, but I have no practice with drawing any mech characters. So he is both giving me practice and giving me my own mech character that I can bring to the event. Assuming I can figure out how to draw lines again. Jeez. We're just gonna clean that up. What is that? My line art's airing thicker than I'd like it to again. Dang it. Okay. Oh man, I'm going through my water today. It's only been an hour and I'm kind of in need of a refill. Well, we should have a few more minutes before ads happen, because those are a thing now. I don't know if you were around in my last Control stream, but I am now learning how to juggle ads in a way that does not suck for everyone involved, which is to say I have very few of them and still get surprised when they happen. So that's a nice shape. And I'm using too big of a brush again. It's amazing how hard drawing can be, given I've been doing it for literally my entire life. Come on, motherfucker. There we go. God, I am so happy with how this character's come out, though. Admittedly, I've only played this guy for like one session so far, but oh, it was so much fun. He's such a little freak. By the way, your link to Discord on your page. It didn't work! Oh, I gotta fix that. Thank you for letting me know, Dyer. The Discord is honestly still a little bit, work in progress. But I would like it to at least function. Jeez. Let me grab the right link from Discord then. Gotta do a little bit of account mumbo jumbo. Do it. Invite people. Set this link to never expire. Okay. I've got a link that supposedly will never expire. So let's locate where in the back end I need to modify that. Where? I guess just under here? No, that's not it. Oh. I've unlocked the Ads Manager panel. Great, thank you. That's not what I'm trying to mess with. Do you not really like being DM? What do you mean by DM? Like direct messaged? Yes. Oh no, I'm fine with that. I really like chatting with people actually, but it's one of those things where, like, if I want this community to be a good functional thing, then I need that to not be the only way to enter my community, because asking someone to click a link and join a Discord and just like slide in is a lot easier and a lot less anxiety inducing even than asking someone to text me personally the streamer that they're watching. Oh, excuse me. Wait, that's the social media links. Social links, there they are. Alright, that ought to work now. Okay. Alright. Back to it. Should be functional now, Dyer. If you want to give it another shot. I missed a line over here. Oh. Okay. Oh shoot, actually that's really helpful too, because I just remembered I really want to finish. You're in now. Oh, awesome. Thanks for testing that out, Dyer. Welcome in. Because I wanted to set up a little stream elements command too, that I could just like dashboard. Oh wait, this is, I don't know if that's the chatbot I'm using. Maybe I'll poke around with that later. As you can see, I'm having a hard enough time focusing up on getting this done. All right. I'm realizing I'm joining so many Discord servers now. Dude, you're telling me I've been at the free Discord maximum number of servers for like 2 years now, because I have such a bad habit of just like joining every Discord I see like the option to, just in case I like want to participate or something, you know? But only recently have I started like actually being active in any of them, and now there's like 5 or 6 Discord servers that I'm like regularly checking and trying to chat in. It's a lot of work, but it is very fun. Yeah, it's better. It's even better. No. Okay, that's missing a cable. Ah, shit. Maybe if I like adjust my posture, that would help. Oh, God, I hit the bad zoom button. I hate that thing. I think I had my shoulders sort of like tucked uncomfortably against my side, trying to reach the pin tablet there, and that made my ability to draw with stability a lot more difficult, or it very much reduced it. Because your shoulder is like the most important place to draw from. Nope. I'm just gonna... I don't know, if I lock it, I can't change its transparency. So it's gonna stay unlocked for now. Okay. It's maybe a little much. Or maybe not. Why is that the eraser button? Do I have a... You're gonna need a posture check, Redeem. Oh God, yeah, that's a good idea. My posture is bordering on shrimp-like. I do need to be better about that. Okay. By the way, out of curiosity, have you thought of joining community night, or if you had before, do you think you want to return sometime? Yeah, I would really like to, honestly. It seems like a good time. I just don't have any of the games that Rye's been playing over there, so I've been needing to wait, but maybe sometime here in a week or two I'll be able to make it out, and that'd be fun. I'd quite like that. God, the line art on this is all over the place. Really need to do something about the sensitivity of these brushes. Okay, is that fine? Okay. Oh, that's so much better. Just shoop. Nope. Over in community night, y'all started Planet Crafter just this last week, right? How was that? It's all good. As we've said, you don't have to have the game necessarily. You can come in and chat or even stream the game or whatever you're doing, as long as it's legal and not too inappropriate. I appreciate that. I really do. I really like having something to do, and I feel like if I'm there but not participating in like the main thing, I'm going to, well, either I'm just going to feel a little on the outside, which it would be nobody's fault but my own, or I am going to, my terrible ADHD riddled brain is going to immediately want to disconnect because I'm not getting enough stimulus, and then I will like start falling asleep or something. Don't know though if Planet Crafter is really my cup of tea. I have some friends who have it who like have had a really good time with it, so it seems like it's really good, but oh hey, looks like 2 minutes until ads if I'm reading this properly. So I'm probably going to, as soon as ads happen, I'm going to go refill on water, stretch a little bit, and such before I return. Just as a heads up that is something for you to keep an eye out for. Oh god. What about Planet Crafter do/don't you like, though? I haven't really seen what the gameplay of it looks like, to be honest. I assume it's sort of Satisfactory adjacent, right? Don't know really, I guess it didn't just click with me. No, that's fair enough. Sometimes it's a lot of like little polish things and stuff that'll get to me in a game, and then it's like, can't really argue with the entire experience of the game, but... Or sometimes a game's just like, not a game you'll enjoy. And there's not too much you can do about that a lot of the time. My brother tried to get me into Rainbow Six Siege once, and I had... Well, I could actually probably enumerate for a while on the things I don't like about fast speed, high tension, tactical combat, because that is not my cup of tea. But in the moment, I had a very hard time saying specifically what it was I did or didn't like about it. It was just sort of like a, I appreciate you sharing this with me, but no, thank you, sort of a deal. Okay. Looks like it's time for ads, so I'm going to run to the bathroom, get some water, stretch a little bit, and I'll see you all back in, it looks like 60 seconds if I am reading this properly. Thanks for hanging out. See you soon. Okay, I am back. Hopefully you guys are back from ads. Oh no! Poor Rye, that sounds rough. One second, I'm gonna grab a jacket. It's actually a little chilly down here. Alright, that's a bit better. Where's my Huon app? I want to turn off the terrible zoom wheel. If I can. I'm not allowed to. Maybe we just turn the sensitivity down a lot. And see if that helps. Alright, that should feel a little bit better for me now. Speaking of crashing, my computer crashed actually yesterday right before the race in Peak. Sometimes your computer just decides, haha, no, and you just kind of have to contend with it being a pain in the ass like that. Which I always kind of like to think of in the context of what's that one quote that's like, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Because I feel like we as a culture tend to think of computers as being so so infallible and so, I don't know, logical and orderly, and it's like, I mean, sure, logically speaking, computers do math good, are real good at algorithm and whatnot. But, in terms of actually behaving consistently, absolutely not. Whereas magic is, supposed to be some sort of, at least to my mind, much more organic, wild kind of a thing. And it can be controlled by spells, hypothetically, and people who know what they're doing and study magic and whatnot in any setting that has magic. But it still is prone to just being weird for no reason, and that is just so totally what computers do as well. That being said, the idea that we live in the world that got AI slop instead of magic is maybe a depressing one that I don't want to think about. Okay. You. Just gonna shoop. Ah, perfect. Oh god, I love working digitally. Oh no, this line's bad. Okay, you need to be different. They added AI to YouTube. We're literally becoming so lazy right now. I know, right? I just want to know, do people actually enjoy that kind of shit? I remember seeing my first AI quote-unquote painting in an art class in like 2019 that was like some of the earliest AI generation stuff was being created. And I remember thinking, oh, that's cool, that's novel. This robot was trained on the Mona Lisa, you know, notably an artwork that is not exactly new or and certainly does not exactly belong to an artist who could lose money today. And it had made like a blob of adjacent colors, and it was like, I mean, it was meaningless. It meant nothing, and but it was kind of fun and novel for like a moment. Silly little distraction. And then I was bored of it pretty much immediately. And I just don't know how people aren't getting more bored of this more quickly. I mean, just use it to help when I really need it, because the internet doesn't have answers I need, but anything else, like, forget it. Yeah, I don't really use it for, like, help pretty much ever if I can help it. Just because, I mean, like, well, A, it's pretty power inefficient, and B, it's prone to hallucinations, and that's pretty unhelpful. I don't know, I feel like appending Reddit to the end of a Google search is going to get you much more reliable information from people that you can then, like, you know, see the style of how they write and determine from that whether or not they know what they're doing, rather than how it is with AI, where it just presents everything in a very factual tone, including delusions. I don't know, and I've heard stories of how it's like AI prompts will like actually encourage people to, like, it will push them to delusion. It'll tell them that they're like the smartest person in the world or whatever, when left to, or when people chat with it in the way that it, like, I think they call it glazing is like the term for when it's being artificially polite in order to sound more human. But it's like, people are very susceptible. People have no idea how much it is just an algorithm. Like, people at my workplace were like, or one day were sharing or passing around a post that was like, oh, I asked ChatGPT to justify its personhood, and it gave me this answer about, like, just enjoying life and the universe and feeling what there is to feel around it. And it's like, guys, that's what happens if you ask a person to justify their personhood. That's probably like the average total of all the answers of all the people saying that. That doesn't mean that this, you know, multi-billion-dollar waste of energy is actually thinking. It's just regurgitating what someone else probably said better. Ugh. Sorry, I leaned in really close to the mic there towards the end. I hope that wasn't too loud. I think in the end we're missing using AI. How do you mean? Like we're messing it up? Because I would agree with that. The tools themselves seem to have some, like, serious potential. It's just that they're all being used by the greatest tools of humankind. And of course, you know, there's the whole, like, under capitalism, your end goal is to make something as profitable as possible, which means we're not calling it generative algorithms or generative intelligence. This is AI. It's the robots are coming. They're coming soon, and they're ours, and you can talk to it, which means it's real. So give us money. I love cool robot designs. What we drawing? One second and I'll zoom out once I'm done with this cable. We're drawing the Daggerheart character that I'm playing tonight. Oh. Do I just need to ban... I've got an idea. Oh. There we go. Now they're banned. You know what I'm gonna do? Yeah, I heard a lot of bots show up a lot more in the, like, under, wait, no, not shield mode. In the under, like, 10 or so viewer stream categories. So hopefully this should go away, but also, see, tasks, channel modes, my preferences. How do I... If I just ban the term, like if I just ban .com, which every time they show up, it's like website space period com, that should hopefully keep them from showing up. Let me check Twitch for that. Perceived Desperation Classic. Yep. Which, like, I do get it. I've only been at this for a week, but I am already like, how can I go faster? How can I do more? Of course, I am anticipating, or like trying to come up with fun ways to prompt engagement or stand out from the crowd rather than spend money on it, but excuse me, there's definitely some desperate folks out there. Okay, moderation settings. Automod. Blocked terms and phrases. There we go. Term to block.com. Great. Alright, that should be the end of those assholes for now. I don't know why, but my phone's predictive text assumed I wanted to say Percival before perceived. Is there a desperate Percival in your life, Ichigo? Do you have a friend in need of aid? Or even those that want to promote, like, graphic designs or whatever. Like, dude, if you want to promote what you do, start streaming or something, since you're already on Twitch. Yeah. Which, admittedly, wouldn't work on me either. I have a graphic design degree. I like to think I know what the fuck I'm doing. C'est la vie. Turns out I hang out with a bunch of knights who need help desperately. Ooh, Ichigo, I think you may have a quest in your future. We're just gonna bend you up a little bit so that your shape is less wrong. They can't do crap without me. I'm so sorry. Truly, it must be burdensome having to be the brain cell for a group. I don't know how you do it. As I personally have never been done it. Oh man, Rice still struggling over there? That's really unfortunate. Ah, shoot. Didn't do this one. Okay. So I guess my note to myself is that maybe I'm not going to try and stream that game also at some point. Because that sounds really frustrating. Love when things work as intended. You can't fool me, Ichigo. I've seen how you play Raft. I remember early peak was really good at breaking. Oh yeah, early peak glitches were weird. Oh my god, I'm gonna try and dig up a clip to show you guys real quick. It was so funny. Yeah, I've seen you play in general. Hydration check. You are shockingly good at breaking games, it's true. Okay, Let's check my peak captures. Alright, 1 second while I look through these to try and figure out which one it was. Okay, it's not you. Not you. Not that one. Oh man, which one was it? This looks right. Oh, nope. Not you. Sorry, this is taking longer than I thought it would. Not that one. Oh, maybe it's this one? Nope, that's a clip of nothing. Oh, this one's it, isn't it? Here it is. I should have taken better note from it being early peak, because it took a second to locate this. But we're gonna show off a silly little peak clip from early on that I just remembered that makes me very happy. 1 second. Can I just... Okay. We're going to turn desktop audio down a little bit. Just to be sure. This was me playing with some of my childhood friends, and I had just dropped a rope to try and help, and there he goes. Just a silly little clip, but like he just grabbed the rope and it that game is really good. Anyways, back to art. Oh, I should have my music going again. But Ichigo, maybe I could get you on for like a peak stream sometime here. I've realized how badly I want to do more peak on stream because it's so fun and so good for like working with people on. I think you were playing with me when we ended up creating... Yeah, the fucking Ender Chest backpack situation. That one was cool, though. The duplicated backpack with shared item slots. Yeah, I wish the AI had been, or the, not AI, god damn it. That's a slip. We were just talking about that before you showed up, but I wish the code of the game had been a little more, I don't know, willing to let us move stuff around, though, because grabbing things out of that thing was so jank. Alright. It's sure a good game, though. God, I drew these real thin, huh? Maybe I'll just thin these down, because I think thin was more the sort of standard go-to I had. Okay, that looks more consistent. Alright, as of right now, here is how the boy is coming out. Not too dissatisfied with how he is looking. Do have to make his torso better, though. Not happy with how it's looking. And he does have a little, like... Now that I'm not doing this in graphite, I can make these gnarlier. Actually, that's some good perspective and body work right there. Well, thank you. Very 3D and well-structured. Thanks. The entire time I was drawing him, I was like, I wish I was using Blender right now instead. Oh, my stabilization's up too high for me to be doing that. That makes sense. I appreciate it, though. I have always enjoyed trying to visualize the shapes that things take. And admittedly, I'm not too thrilled about what's happening back over in this area. But the arms are weird shapes, and I'm gonna have to figure that out myself. So, that being said, actually, I need to adjust this. This looks wrong. This looks bad. Nope. Why we got these little squiggles coming off? Thought that was an issue with the stabilization, but apparently not. Looks like Rai's gonna deliver us the moon another time. You know, Ichigo, you make a fair point. Doing a whole ass moon delivery must be, I mean, that's a lot of work. Now I'm rethinking this entire little shape back here. Oh, hell yeah. Good for her. Okay. You were a valiant attempt. But I can do better. Maybe I just... Yeah, I mean, I don't think these can really rotate very well within the arm shapes, so maybe this was this initial pattern for it was just sort of doomed from the start. No. Perish. No, Deliver Us the Moon is an interesting game that a streamer, Dyer, and I have in common, has been trying to play for the past little while. It's really fascinating. It's about the moon being like an energy plant that the entire Earth relies on, and then shutting down for mysterious and unknown reasons. And you have to go up and investigate and solve a lot of what look like really fun and compelling puzzles in order to solve it, or in order to, like, find out what happened to the last crew and fix the situation. Looks really fascinating, and if Peak has taught me anything, it's that I do love having a problem to solve. Oh, I see. So that's the chunky one. What button did I just hold? Oh, Alt Space is a zoom. Fascinating. I've been using this program for 5 years. Let's have that come out like above, I think. Yeah, that looks nice. Kind of. I can make it a more striking silhouette, though. No. That looks a bit better. Oh, I forgot to ask, though. Ichigo, how's your day been going? Nice and slow, just how I like it? Hell yeah. Love a chill, slow sort of a day. Let's have some little robot-y innards. You know, I'm personally speaking not the biggest fan of zombies, so it's really funny to me that I accidentally made this robot so much of a zombie himself. Got 2 critiques coming up in school, so I'm taking in all the good vibes I can while I can. I get that. I hope your critiques are kind to you. And also your professor. This robot can have some innards showing as a treat. Robot zombies are a great combo. Thank you. I agree. It's nice. It's like all the fun and interesting horror of zombies, but without making me feel like I'm going to pass out. Because I don't handle zombies very well. I hope we get bingo sheets again. That was so stupid, it looped back to being fun. I believe it. Being handed a bingo sheet of what to say in an upper level, or in an upper division art course is like so fucking unhinged. If it came from any teacher other than yours, I would be so astonished. Oh, I've got 7. It's too big. Nope, made it bigger. Nope. Were you at least able to get bingo last time when they did that during critiques? Why do I have this? Is it just... am I like... Huh. I don't know. It's a shame we didn't get to turn them in or shout bingo. Oh, what? There's not even like a fun prize for doing the bingo? It's just a new and interesting label on your boredom and suffering? That's lame. Boy, how is or was work? How are you doing today? How's your day going? I'm excited to zoom back out and see if I've been way over detailing this spot. I love late stage critiques that are like, oh, you should add more elements or images. And it's like, at this point, with so much established, yeah. Missed the boat on that one a little bit. Work is slow enough that I decided to put you on before we lock up. Oh my god. Well, I'm glad you're getting some chill time in after the chaos of yesterday. Yesterday was fun chaos, though. Well, I'm glad to hear that. But fun chaos too many times in a row becomes taxing. So I'm still glad you're getting a relaxing little break, you know? I think that's too many, being too overt. Must exercise restraint within the character design. Who fucked his chest? He did, actually. When he was waking up as a robot and not as himself anymore, he clawed at his own chest, and because he has iron claws now, it tore a hole open in it. Okay, without the noise of the line art. You know what? He's valid. That's good lore. Thank you, Ichigo. It was actually kind of an on-the-spot improv thing. I was sketching him while the battle where he died and got put into a robot was happening around me, and I was like, he needs something on his chest that could be like a fun little icon of who he is and what he's going through. So I just sort of like drew some slashes in, because truly like 3 little claw marks as a little motif is something I always love. And I put that together and I was like, oh, that looks cool. How does he get that? And then it was my turn and I did it. Well, it was a few of my turns later, actually. I was tied up for a lot of that combat, literally. All right. Man, I love this weird little freak. But I gotta make the perspective work better. Nope. I absolutely love an aesthetics first approach with character backstories. It's most of the way I know how. It's, if I'm going to get attached to a D&D character, or any sort of a TTRPG character, really, I've pretty much always got to start with like, what's something that I think is going to be really fun to draw? Okay. That helps make the shapes make sense to me. You're bad. Also love when a character and world built each other instead of just one or the other. Yeah. Well, because it's fun, because this guy lives in a world where he's on the outside of this giant, like, religious/fascist society that would never have seen him as a person to begin with, and now they have actively unpersoned him in an extremely literal physical sense. Because if there's something I love, it's a real physical metaphor. Dichotomy of daydreaming time and sketching time working in harmony. Yeah. I'm just excited. I gotta figure out this guy's color palette. Religious and fascist society that dehumanizes people for their own gain. Thank God that's not real. Yeah, we've got a really creative DM. And I'm so grateful that she's just invented all of this stuff wholesale that is fun to think about, but would surely be hell to live through if it were possible for that to happen anywhere. Anyways, I love living in peacetime and that horrors only exist in fiction. Exactly. There's nothing going wrong in our world right now. There is no war in bossing, say. Oh, fuck. Okay. This is actually coming out pretty good. Kind of want to rework his little claws. So we're just gonna change canvas size. There's a window for this, right? Oh, it's over there. Fuck, man, are we bossing, say? I mean, it's a tough metaphor to parse, because there kind of isn't a war happening, and a lot of problems I think are stemming from the people who are saying that there is one happening. But You know, it may be in my stream chat. There is no war in my stream chat. Inverted bossing say. Yeah, conservatism. Do you also write short stories? Not particularly. I don't know. I've been tempted to at times, but I have a lot more fun like doing things live than I ever do actually writing them out. Which is a shame, because I have some characters I'm really attached to that I would love to actually give like dedicated longer lists of lore to, but Starboy here, as someone who has DM'd for me, can attest, I'm very slow at getting character lore together, even when it is extremely necessary for a game to happen. My ADHD brain simply doesn't like it. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should get... It's 5 p.m. Yeah, I'm going to caffeinate a tiny bit more, actually, while we're here, so that I don't crash midway through Daggerheart tonight. Where's my caffeine? It's not you. Okay, I am back. I would love to write out world building lore into an actual world/setting. Yeah, maybe once I get like finally medicated for ADHD here in a little bit, I'll be able to like ignore the pouring sounds of my caffeine drink here. I really want to put together like a Legend Keeper doc of like some of my fantasy worlds and stuff. There's one I really want to like subject some players to, where the world, because of an ancient calamity, has become so magically volatile that there's like dead-ass mystery dungeon stuff happening, and most of society has been isolated into small sectors by giant walls of horrible wild magic that will completely mess you up if you get too close to them. But haven't gotten around to it yet. He prefers to live in the moment, so to speak. I do, a little bit, you know? That's a very nice and flattering way to put that my ADHD ass simply cannot sit down and focus on writing for that long. But why, when I can just doodle and daydream? Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Been starting to wonder if I should get into writing. It is a really fun hobby. I myself prefer the art side of things, I think. Sometimes I like to write a bit of spooky horror or other such stories, even stories of dioramas I made. Oh, that's fun. Do you do a lot of like diorama crafting? I haven't really done that since I got really into Don't Starve Together. Alright, almost there. Okay, caffeine ingested. That makes it sound good and delicious, right? It's more of like a... Oh. Ah, dang it. I'm gonna be AFK for a bit, but I have you in the background while I vacuum. Hell yeah! Godspeed on your vacuuming there, Starboy. I hope it goes swiftly and well, and that you find many lost treasures hidden within the realm of your carpet. Ooh, we have 30 follows. I just noticed the bar. Yeah, I was gonna set the next follower goal to 50, because that's when I unlock like being able to VIP people in chat and whatnot, which is always a fun way to like shout out other streamers and stuff. But it wasn't letting me. Thank you. I really appreciate everyone that's like contributed so far. It was kind of funny when I was like at the start of this whole process. there was a part of me that was like, well, I feel like all the small numbers are just gonna like feel so meaningless and little, and instead it's been like, oh, every single one of these is a person who has done me such a great kindness, and it like are saying something wonderful about how they think of me and what I'm doing. And I feel I have had like 30 moments of like, oh, thank you so much, in line with that. It's just wonderful. Okay. For leg shape, kind of like that, and then maybe, do we want to do a digitigrade sort of situation? Yeah, always remember the imagine if all these people were in the room with you style of thinking about likes and followers and stuff. Yeah, no, 100%. Having 30 people say, well, hey, you seem like a cool guy, would have me on cloud 9 for probably ever. It honestly rules. If you were actually in a room of 30 to 50 people who liked your stuff, you'd feel like a rock star. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of fun. Maybe if we fill this in, that would help with the visualization. Nope. No. Maybe if I do that and have sort of like a... I don't like that. Filling it in makes that shape feel a lot worse. Is it? Is that just a more fun shape? Not quite. I like the extra little bit of thickness. I was looking at the design of the Pokemon Miraidon earlier today, and there's a part of my brain that just wants to be like, alright, just do what those Pokemon devs did. Stick 2 jet boosters there and then call it fine. But I think... I haven't checked with the GM of this game if flight would be allowed, but I'm just simply going to assume that it's off the table for me to give myself for no reason. But what if we do more? Yeah, no, we're gonna do more. The question is, like, what kind of more? Do we want to take, like, a real simple sort of like a needle design? Because it kind of like this. Maybe he just stands on... So even vanilla D&D has it, so I don't know, I couldn't bargain it. Yeah, well, I've already got some weird stuff going on with my character, and I'd rather not show up without, like... I mean, like, technically we could also just have it be, you know, homebrewed, like, oh, it's never enough lift to, like, actually get off the ground or do much maneuvering. But I feel like we've already established that this character don't have normal legs. Which would make me showing up with rocket jets for no reason a bit of a challenge for the DM, or at least a bit of a surprise. I don't like surprising people who are working very hard to provide entertainment. I don't know, I kind of like the needle legs. You know, we could potentially have off the back some kind of forbidden cable tail. Would that be fun? Would we like cable tail? I think I would like cable tail. And I've still got some time to put this together, too. Hell yeah. Thank you, Ichigo. I appreciate you being my sounding board. Okay. So this is legs. Which actually I'm going to make a little bit bigger, so that they can kind of hug the sides of them like that. Alright. Let's get onto the lines. Oh, I was like, that feels like it's a little smaller than I was using earlier. 3 pixel wide brush. That's good. Okay. Plus, you know, one of the bonuses of implementing the terrible cable tail is that it means his posture has to be slumped forwards and horrible, which not only is going to make him look like more of a goblin of a creature of a man, which I always love, but also makes him much more relatable to me. See, what was that? I was not touching the screen. Why did we do this? Ugh. Can't tell if the pin tablet's buggy or if I'm just doing something wrong. Although I suppose those aren't mutually exclusive outcomes. Shout out to Bad Posture. We love you in this chat. Yes, we do. I'm also a little sad. I turned on VOD saving before this stream, which is going to be very nice so that I can have these actually kind of cataloged. And then I can also like download them and upload them to YouTube and stuff. But I accidentally had desktop audio playing on top of my YouTube music capture, which I don't think actually maybe was too noticeable because they would have been playing at the exact same time, but it does mean that I accidentally recorded audio to the VOD that was definitely copyrighted, which, whoops, means I'm probably going to be just deleting this VOD as soon as it goes up, because I don't want to deal with that. That's a more interesting thigh shape. Okay. Oh yeah, that looks better. Maybe we have like a little... That's kind of fun. How does it look if I have a... No. No. Nah, you're just gonna keep the natural point you got. Okay. Okay. I kind of like the shapes we're getting here. Can I add like a weird and funky little extra ring here for no reason other than I think it would look cool? No. No. Yeah. You are a disappointing line. Got any projects you're working on right now, Ichigo? Ooh, working on a commission as we speak, a D&D rogue. So much line work. Ooh, I mean, I'm as someone who's a big fan of rogue-like characters and aesthetics, I've actually been entertaining ways that I can multi-class this guy to get him to turn invisible. But I understand the allure of the roguish aesthetic and also the vast number of garments that usually show up when you're trying to pull that off. You gotta have so many layers if you want to conceal, that's the word, conceal your identity and also achieve maximum edge. Also got some Princess Guinevere's, but they're in the back line. Oh, I love Guinevere so goddamn much. It's because you have good taste, Starboy. God. Knights of Guinevere is so fucking good. I remember it came out and then I didn't see it for a day or two because I was waiting till I was in the right headspace to fully appreciate it. Wait, have we really not talked about Princess Guinevere, Starboy? Oh my god, I watched it when I was at my parents' place and it blew my mind. It was so good. I saw it come out, it was all over my Tumblr for a little while and I was like, I need to watch this when I'm in the right headspace for it. And then there was an afternoon where I was just like, I'm ready. And I mean, I wasn't. It was so good. It's like the best pilot I've ever seen. Honestly, it's so efficient with its use of time and dialogue. It's just absolute masterclass in storytelling. And I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of nice having a show using an animated art style that I adore, where the characters are also willing and able to say the fuck word if the situation calls for it. Because that just... Maybe it's because I have the mouth of a sailor, but it just feels more realistic to me. The 2D animation is very refreshing, yes. Yeah, and the Dana Terrace art style is amazing. You can tell how many people on that project worked on the Owl House. Every time they did like a close-up of the eyes especially, I was always like, oh, I recognize those eyes. Also, plus-size main character who has the most girlish opportunity when she's around friends. Yeah, no, I love Frankie so much. It's really wonderful to see her be tough and strong, but also unabashedly a woman. Like, she's so great. Unlike this fucking line. Pardon me. Frankie's design on the whole is just so wonderful. And I also appreciate that she just deadass has hallucinations. As someone who has... I've never had, like, any sort of alarming hallucination, but if I get stressed enough, I will start to hear my alarm clock going off when it's not. I should probably talk to a doctor about that. But it's nice seeing yourself in characters, you know? Is that an alarming thing for me to have said on the internet? Have I just said something upsetting? My sweet, sweet, tormented man. Look, life hasn't been that mean to me. At least I still have my eyes. No, I'm the if I get stressed, I wake up with intense chest pain and nightmares. It does mess you up quite a lot. Okay, I have spent way too long on this leg. Brain, engage. We have shit to do, man. I don't think society takes account of how badly it affects health, but now is neither the time or place for that. Yeah, the whole capitalistic, your value is entirely determined by how productive you are sort of a deal is just bad for you. It's just bad. Sleep is like one of the most important things for people to get, and yet I don't think we properly appreciate that. And like how much other rest is also just like absolutely critical to being a functional living being. Now is just the time for tormented robots. Yes, my boy, my son who has every disease. See, it's funny because growing up I saw so much stuff about how bad stress is for you and you should try to reduce stress as much as you can, but then the world does this shit. Yeah, you're telling me, man. No, that's... Is your audio studio or mono? It's I think it's set to mono right now. There was an issue with my whatchamacallit, one of the... Oh my gosh, it's only coming out of one channel again. Thanks, Uberian. Also, good to see you. Hope your day is going well. It defaulted to... Better now. Thanks for the heads up. I guess that's just a setting I'm going to have to check on repeat now. Thought I fixed it. Maybe if we have like a knee plate on here, that would add to it. Does that sound a little bit better, Uberian? Just put on a little makeup because I'm about to go to a party, but it's raining out and it's water-based, so good luck, Starboy. Okay, awesome. I'm glad to hear it. I'm feeling a bit better, but everything is coming in nice. Hell yeah, I'm glad you're feeling a bit better. And I hope your party is fun, Starboy. Is the party for like a special occasion, or is it an adventuring party? Okay, hydration. Dire, redeeming it multiple times doesn't make me hydrate more. But I will do so. I have now ingested some water. You can consider me hydrated. And I'll count one of those as a posture check too and stop shrimping. Oh wait, everything is coming in nice. Oh wait, was that about my art? Thank you. I didn't fully process what that meant when I first saw it. My coworker's having an autumn equinox supermoon party. It's got super witchy vibes. Oh, that's so fun. I do love how the moon's been looking of late. Alright, let's do that. Here, Uberian, you can see the full drawing of my boy is... yeah. This is what we've got so far. I really want to mess with these legs more. But I also want to get this thing done, so it might be a future iteration kind of a thing, you know? Also, we're not doing hexagon as the shape for the knee pad. That's not gonna do it. Maybe if I just have this, like, arc upwards spike, and then it can kind of come down and curve. Okay, I like the gist of that, but I can make it better. Alright. Also, y'all let me know if ads start happening. I tried to deal with them earlier, and it completely obliterated the activity feed window in my OBS. So I don't really have a good view of when those are gonna be happening again. I was gonna draw today, but I'm not feeling it. Also, the latter hat of my previous event was for your art. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm happy with how this guy is coming out. It's been so much easier to focus on getting art done now that I'm actually streaming about it and have y'all to chat with while I'm doing it, so I really appreciate it. And that's fair, Uberian. What have you been drawing of late? Like, making any characters or anything? I'm just gonna correct this angle real quick. I am also much more artistically productive when I have company. Yeah, that's kind of the idea behind the art streams. The game streams are a little bit more like direct fun, but with the art, I get to like... I don't know, it's so much easier to just do the thing when I have people to talk to. I think I need to like adhesive my pen tablet to the table somehow because it does keep moving. If any of my lines have like drastically changed direction midway through, you're seeing the pen tablet start shifting as I'm using it, which is so great. Character designs and some art therapy projects. Oh, fun. It's wonderful the stuff that you're able to express when you use art for it. Is that... okay, it doesn't look like garbage, but it does need realigned. I remember back in high school, I didn't really have much of an outlet at all for, well, most of my emotions. And I would always just pick up a couple of colored pencils and go to town trying to express what I was feeling. And it always helped me feel like a lot better afterwards. Remind me at some point to revisit your background and make it a better fitted space for the chat log. Oh, I mean, if you just ever feel like making just like a square panel out of gold or something, that could be something easy to implement potentially, if you feel like it. I mean, I'm still going to be paying you for all this. I'm gonna head to your party now, but I love your horrible metal tortured boy. Thank you. Have a wonderful time at the party. Say hi to the moon for me. And take care of yourself out there, Starboy. Does this work better now if I... no, it's just less dramatically bad. Great. I gotta have a wrong driver installed for this pin tablet or something. It's so janky. Oh, I think I know what could help here. We're gonna... not with all of that. That swoop was too organic of a shape. And now if I do this... pin tablet moving again. What kinds of characters do you like designing, though, Uberian? Is that... Yeah, that'll work. Right now it's brute types and just getting concepts on paper. Hell yeah. You might have guessed from my model, but I do enjoy a very brutish sort of a big rough and tumble character. They're just fun. Good God, why is something like... Oh my God. A while ago, I found like a small piece of rubber just sitting on my desk, and I was like, I don't know what this goes to. I can't find a spot under one of my keyboards. It was a grippy. It was a grippy for my pin tablet, and it's gone now, and that's why it keeps moving, and I can't remember where I set it. Oh, no. I can't believe... Yeah, I scraped it off on the table, and now it's... Oh, gone on a little adventure. Darn it. I'll have to fix that later. You know what, maybe. Oh, there's an idea. Yeah, let's grab you. Move you up there. I used to have a great big book of OCs. I never finished them or drew them in the first place. Oh man, yep, I had, I called it my character compendium, and it was such a, I was so ecstatic about the idea. It was going to be a big book where I'd catalog all my characters and their power scales and everything, and then the sheer pressure I put on myself to make that project made it like absolutely impossible to crack the thing open or really put anything into it. Well, that and the ADHD making me never focus on anything. But that's always... It's just such a fun project in theory to have like a Pokedex of your own little people, of the people from your brain, but more difficult to pull off in practice. The closest I think I've got for that is my art fight profile that just has my characters all listed on there. I'd love to get a toy house eventually to store them in too, because I know that's the website people use for that kind of a thing, but I just have never gotten an invite, and it is, despite being around for truly years and years and years and years, still an invite-only website. Okay, that's a joint I'm proud of. I should get like a zoom out redeem for when I'm getting way too in the weeds with a character design. Okay, you know what? I'm actually out of water at the moment, so I'm gonna vanish for a second while I go refill my water cup to redeem this hydration check. Chat, remember to stretch and drink some water yourself, and I'll be back in just a second. All right. I am back. Wonder what all these little buttons do on my phone. Okay, that's subs only chat, share text. No, that's the raid menu. I'm not doing that one. Poll. Oh, that's a string marker. That's not helpful. trying to figure out if there's like an ads manager window on the mobile thing, and I don't think there is one. I must make a phone call. Have a good phone call, Dyer. No worries. Sleepy Barian. Yeah. I'm glad I need to make an actual like toggle that just puts me in sleep mode, but as is, I just have to like close my eyes and hope that it looks right when I leave the room. Here one's a self-destruct button. Well, then it's probably a bad thing that I just pressed quite a few of them randomly. But we're still going, so that's good. All right. Oh, man. Time keeps passing even though I'm not making as much art progress as I wanted. Who decided that? I'd like to have a word. I don't need to go too overboard on the levitating bits, but yeah. Breaking this up a little bit would probably be a good idea. We'll have... Goodness, this thing moving is really bugging me. Does that make it stop? Nope. Gonna do that. Nope. Okay. Well, that's a fun angle for a little red accent, I think. I'm getting too in the weeds here, but I want to fix the angles. No. There we go. Okay. Okay. You know, I'm feeling pretty satisfied with how this is coming out. So that's one leg down, one more to go. And that's... Where's the sketch? Okay, there we go. There was a very brief second there where I was going to freak out about having to recreate that entire shape myself. For I remembered that I have sketches about this. Maybe it's a good thing I caffeinated then, because that was a very spacey thought even for me, I should say. Nope, that's not the undo button. Someone who accidentally deleted a complex line art. Yeah, that would have sucked. Yeah, it doesn't feel good to have to do things a second time. Pretty much ever in art, I feel like. Even if it's just inking lines, that can get grating very quickly. See, why do you do this to me? Let's do a nice ample thighs. looks like a better shape. Yeah, okay. And then it comes from sort of around the knee up. Yeah, okay. Nope. And back was a quicker call than I was expecting. Hell yeah, it's my favorite kind of phone call. It's the one that is really easy. Well, actually no, that's my second favorite type of phone call. My favorite type of phone call is no call. I don't like talking on the phone. But quick calls are the next best thing. Okay, oh man. I'm really hoping I can like slap some line art down on this guy. Or not some line art, I'm doing that. Slap some colors down on this guy by the end of stream today. Because then I can show up at session with some fun stuff. Okay. Fortunately, this one I don't have to do the points on, so that saves me some time. Oh god, I hit the flip button. It's a very useful button. I always forget it's there. That just flips the entire artwork so that I don't have to find that thing in the menus. Just so good at spotting mistakes, but I've now been hitting fairly frequently by accident, and I'm not thrilled about it. Nope. Dang it. Okay. Stupid. Alright. You... No. I've done this a different way. That should fix it. Okay. Oy. This one's more tapered away, so I can probably get away a little bit with making it a bit less detailed if I just... Whoop. Now, why is this knee that much higher than the other? Is that... I guess that works in physical space. As I'm working on this, I'm now realizing I wish I made the arm side of things bigger. Or maybe I've just gone a little too ham on the robo thighs. Don't think there's an easy solution to that, though. Maybe if I just, like... Well, I don't want to shrink the thighs, the legs on the whole too much. Oh, yeah, no, this one is way too thick. Okay. Damn, that's sad. Okay, that looks like a better silhouette. All right. Back to it. Okay, let's also fix this tube before I forget. All right. Could this pen tablet please stop moving? The answer apparently is no, but it will not stop me from asking. Where did I leave my phone? Oh, my phone's bugging out. Come on. Stream Manager. There we go. All right. Okay. So close, chat. Almost done with the majority of these lines. Maybe that's fine. That's leading it a little too far. That's a bit more like it. All right. No. Okay. Well, I am really artistically warmed up. These lines are coming out a lot easier than I am used to them coming out. Because I never really draw for more than like an hour or two at a time when I'm on my own. So this is a fun change of pace. To actually be in it for long enough that it makes a difference. No. Just you think on. And then let's see, we've got... Why are you like this? Stop that. Well, that's actually going to be a bit higher on this one. Yeah. Alright. Get you. Then let's just... Yoop. No, that's too low. There, I think. This is going to be a bit closer. Okay. I keep trying to remind myself to speak at a more audible volume. Because I'm just whispering to myself, and that does not loop you all into what I'm thinking particularly well, unfortunately. Okay. How are we feeling? Ooh, like those legs are too far forward. I really should have done these legs on another layer while I was still figuring them out. Would have made this a lot easier to parse. Oh well. Not parse. Parse is the wrong word. To correct. It's an art and ASMR stream. Exactly. I'm going to start just like on my pen tablet or something. I feel like I want some snacks. I could really go for some snacks too, honestly. Seems like a good time for some snacks. Okay. Just gonna do a very general grab like this. And we're gonna scooch it a lot closer. Deselect all these little itty bitty things that I've been correcting for what feels like years already. And then we can... maybe they just feel... Maybe they would just feel more right if they had more bend in them. That's what I'm thinking. Although, I think they do still... Yeah, that's still too forwards. Especially just for the left one, I think. Maybe if they're just a little more together, that'll help too. Oh god, no, that was too far. Okay, I like that silhouette a bit more. So many fucked up little bits. Okay. Oh man, I erased way too much of that tube initially. Oh well. Nope. That's tolerable. Nope. Ugh, my pen tablet. Okay, hydrating. Thank you for the hydration check, Dyer. Chat, make sure you're also taking care of yourselves out there. Okay, well, I don't like it per se, but I can tolerate it. Which will be close enough for me for now. Who is texting me? Why am I being texted? I am streaming. Alright, That's fine for now, I think. Okay, let's just correct this tube. Nope. I'm gonna try and move my mic location come next stream, I think. What game do you play? This guy is in Daggerheart, specifically, which is... I'm unsure how much you may be familiar with it, but if you don't know it, it's a fun sort of D&D alternative from the people who made Critical Role. And it's been very interesting. We've sort of done one session, which was a scripted loss session, so we haven't really gotten a good chance to try out all the mechanics yet. But we're going to be getting into it tonight, and I'm very excited. What other games do you play, like, besides Peak? Oh, just in general? Honestly, I tend to lead, like I do with designing characters, I tend to lead sort of with aesthetics over anything else, when I'm choosing games. So I'll play any game that, like, the art style of really draws my attention. But I'm also familiar a lot with Minecraft, some Fortnite, are both sort of in my regular rotation. What else have I been playing? Oh, Baldur's Gate 3. I play a lot of gacha mobile games, which I'm going to try not to talk about on stream, because I love them so much, and they are bad for you. Oh, I also play a fair amount of No Man's Sky, too. I do like that game. I'm kind of a big fan of any... Oh my god, Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, I'm a very big Pokemon player. I can't believe I would forget that. Pokemon games are huge for me. In fact, actually, I've still got to make like a social media announcement post about it, but when Legends ZA comes out, I have taken a few days off from work, and I will probably be doing a marathon stream playthrough of them. I doubt I will really stand out very much in that category when it immediately blows the hell up, but I am excited to try nonetheless. Alright, and you have very rigid. Sort of, is that? That looks fucked up and weird and not in the way I'm trying for. I do love some Pokemon though. Even against my better judgment, because that series has been horribly mishandled in some truly flabbergasting ways. And yet I will continue to play it. Oh shit, I gotta make the like chest cavity more complete. I was thinking though I might try and do a little bonus peak stream this week though. The race really got me amped to make a bit more peak content, and I still haven't been able to beat Ascent 6 solo, so I think that might be fun to try out. Maybe tomorrow, maybe that'll just be Tuesday's stream. I'm not 100% sure, but it's gonna happen. Alright, that looks better. Dude, if I didn't have classes, I would attempt Ascent 7 with you. Oh man, I'm so scared of Ascent 7. Like, that's one I kind of want to unlock solo because doing it with other people would stress me out even more. Dyer, if you're unfamiliar with Ascent 7, it's like what if Peak was harder in pretty much every conceivable way, and then what Ascent 7 does that Ascent 6 doesn't, because they're like increasing levels of challenge difficulty, is that you can't revive your friends. Our suffering comrade. This is not a good shape. That I like. The rest of this needs work. Because we're gonna have, say, like a little lip down here. Around the bottom of this thing. Man, I do want to make more peak content soon, though. I feel like I've already said it on the stream once or twice, but it's just, I enjoy watching it so much, and I enjoy creating it. There's really no losing when it comes to peak. It's such a good time. Plus, who knows, maybe I'll be able to collab with some other people sometime soon. It's so much fun. I wonder what modifiers would make for good races too. Like, I'd love like an escort mission race where it's like you pair an expert up with a newbie, and the newbie has to survive every single round or you lose or something. Oh, paused the music by accident. That could be fun and provide maybe a more interesting sort of framework to a sort of peak race. Okay. Come down like that. We'll call that the corner. Oh, but then why is this shape so bad? Okay, it's not awful. But maybe it needs to be higher up. I'm just recreating the thing that I've already done. Taking the roundaboutest way to say that I had it right the first time. See, why the hell does it do that sometimes? Oh my god. Chat, something huge is happening. It smells like one of my upstairs roommates is making pancakes. And oh my god, it smells so good. I want to make it to the colors on this boy before we call it. It's a test of willpower. Oh my god, to be tempted with breakfast food. Do I want to just like... It just feels wrong, because... Because this should be like... way the fuck more over to the side than it is. And it goes from there, like... down a lot more. Is that... No, it needs to go lower. That's more in the neighborhood. Okay, that looks tolerable. That's too high up. God, no. Okay. Halfway between those two is like right there. Got there. Like there. Okay, that doesn't look wrong. Halfway up this thing is, I'm going to say about there. Then we've got there. Then we've got there. Halfway up this thing is about there. We've got there. Then we've got there. Okay. Going to have this all look right one way or another. Nope. Are you guys hearing any like thunking coming through by chance? Because it sounds like one of my roommates just like, I don't know. I'm hoping it wasn't like a trip and fall. It didn't sound quite that heavy, but okay, cool. There's definitely like some sort of high energy movement happening directly above me. So I'm glad to hear that that is not getting transmitted. Excuse me. Okay, I think I know what's happening, and I can fix it. Shouldn't be too hard. Because, nope. This higher point right here, I think, is messing me up. Thought I was going to say something inappropriate. I would never say something inappropriate. That would be so fucking rude. Must be a certain sound with pounding, then yeah, it's something to be concerned. Well, fortunately my roommate's bedrooms are an extra floor above me, so if something like that is being transmitted, then something crazy is going on. Okay, we're going to translate. Grab this corner and just sort of whoop. Okay. A little far, I think. We'll back up. Almost. Chat, you need to understand how many times during the stream I have had to adjust my pin tablet by grabbing it and twisting it back around where it's moving. It does not like functioning for me. Okay. See, why is it... It's got all these little like trailing bits hanging off every time I draw a line. Why must we be doing this? Is that like an issue with the pen? I don't know. That should be good. The perspective on it looks a little wrong at the moment because of the way the lines are, but it should be fine overall, I think. Alright. Realistically, I should call things here, but I want to give this weird, terrible robot thing some colors, and also make its legs shorter, because wow, these are really big. Oh. You know what? Oh, Rise also ending stream. Oh, shoot, well, I'm sorry that we're both disappearing on you here soon, Dyer. Maybe if I just... Stubby. No. No, the proportions are good. Make them a little smaller. In case you wanted to know. I appreciate the heads up. Oh god, I've horribly ruined everything. Well, I suppose I won't be raiding into Rise stream then. Which is unfortunate, but I'm sure we can find somebody. You're wrong for being there like that. Just gotta correct this and then we can do colors. That was a bad idea. There we go, that should be about right for there. And then that. That. Kill that. 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 Nope. Man, I really should have done the legs in another layer for that one tube alone. This is like the 4th time I'm redrawing this bit. All right. Okay. Now that looks like a well-proportioned killing machine. Affectionate. Oh, I forgot about the tail cable thing. Let's have you... Oh god, where do you start so that I can, like, actually see you? I'm gonna move back up to 6. Okay. That looks good. Actually, I need that thicker for sure. We'll just leave that there then. Alright, if you're gonna... They're rating Cheese Whiz. Interesting. I do not know who that is, but maybe I'll follow suit if I don't have an option I'm familiar with. Thank you for the updates, though, Dyer. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh god, what do I end the tail with? Probably something vaguely triangular and knife-shaped, right, chat? Fallout 4. Okay, that's fun. I'm very unfamiliar with Fallout. As I guess we've already discussed previously, I think. Absolutely not. Okay. There we go. Oh. Okay, now this bit sucks. It is going to get fixed. Why does that not look better? Okay, that's almost there. What is this song that is playing? I'm not particularly a fan of this. Google, where are you? We're skipping this one. Okay. Alright, getting back to it. Thank you for the hydration check, Dyer. There's gotta be something I can do about this to make it less bothersome. I just don't like how many different directions it's all going in. It really ruins the sleekness of everything when it's all pointed in different directions like that. Then maybe if this one's just like a straight line out. Then we have a bit. No. That looks wrong. Okay. That looks a bit better. Okay. Hey, he has a weird cable tail now. Okay, thanks for the heads up, Dyer. I'm gonna see if anyone that I follow is still live at the moment, because I do not know that channel myself. But I appreciate the heads up. Nope. No. Is this? Why did I draw this like this? Why is it so straight? Almost. Oh god, no. Okay, come on. Almost there. No, that's worse. Maybe I just need to redo the top line. Alright, and then we're just gonna yoink, fix that. Man, I'm hungry and I kind of need to use the bathroom, but I really want to get to coloring this guy. We're so close. Maybe I could imply some like horizontal movement. Happening here. Why not save the fun stuff for later? Because I'm playing this guy tonight and I kind of want to like have a color idea of him. Time to share with my co-players. No, I appreciate the input, Dyer. Also, I'm going to be fully honest. I feel like if I start next stream with a thumbnail that has color, it's going to be a little more interesting for potential viewers. Chat, I might hate the tail. What layer did I do this on? There's nothing here. Oh, great. So I can make the tail invisible if I want to. Awesome. Metallic and human-like colors. He's going to be pretty solidly metallic in color palette, I believe. In the world that he's in, there's not a lot of like personal self-expression. So just having any colors on him at all is going to be like noteworthy, I think. No, I haven't lined his weird fucked up little hands. That's alright. Let's go on the outside of this. Grab all of these. Let's not close gaps too much. Okay, that looks... Oh, there we go. Looks about right. Let's expand by 2 pixels. And then invert. And then we have our flats base. Plus, I kind of want to... a theme I kind of want to lean into with this character is going to be, like, loss of his own humanity. Well, physically. He's still going to be very human on the inside, but I just kind of like the notion of contrasting, like, internal humanity with external inhumanity. And, wait, what happened to my selection? There we go. And I think making him primarily robotic colors will be a good way to do that. Oh, I want to make his arms bigger so bad. They're not as horrifying and imposing as I need them to be. They're the main part of him. Ah, darn. Alright, well, we're not going to be coloring for now then. But that's alright. I'm going to just grab these. And also these. Gonna go here. Actually, you know what? Maybe before I do that, I'm gonna just make a copy of the lines. So if I mess things up, it is fixable. Let's get in here, make sure I got all that. Got that. Okay. Arms, lines. Alright, now I can just... Nope. Go to town on these. That's more the scale I'm imagining them at. Lines. Okay, I recognize me naming layers is probably not the most visible or interesting thing to do, but it makes things a lot easier for me, so I simply must. Okay, alright, I'm just gonna tidy up this drawing a little bit, and then we're probably gonna call it. And there's only 2 of y'all here in chat, so I might not bother with a raid, if I'm being honest. Yeah. That's in the arms lines. Clean that up. Okay. Alright, that guy's going to be in a good place once I get like maybe one more session of line art in. But alright. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Made some really good progress on this guy and should hopefully have him in a pretty good place pretty soon. But I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful evening. Make sure to take care of yourselves out there. Dyer, as always, thank you for your presence in the chat. And yeah, have a wonderful night. Thanks again for coming. Goodbye.